Had an absolutely awesome day on trail yesterday. It went by really fast though. 27 miles into Walker Pass campground. So as soon as I got here yesterday, my buddy Dan, that I've known for a long time, who lives just down the mountain, picked up me and another hiker I was hiking with yesterday named Beer Hugs. Took us down to Ridgecrest, got a couple more days of food for resupply, got some pizza, brought pizza back. It was just such a fast day. Last night was absolutely amazing. Had great sleep at Walker Pass campground. It feels so wild to be here again since I was living in Ridgecrest this past October, and it's really weird to like walk here and then be back down in that town. But it's like 42, 43 miles I think from here to Kennedy Meadows, so this is it. This is the last stretch. Get to Kennedy Meadows, trade out some gear, head into the Sierras. So today I think I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. I'm probably only gonna do like a 23, 25 mile a day versus what I have been doing. So let's dial it back for me. So I have a pretty amazing view right now of down in Ridgecrest and Inyokern. It's funny, last October I was actually living down in Inyokern, and I can see exactly where Snuggles and I were staying on Dan's property. So where we went last night is Ridgecrest, which is out that way, and then Inyokern is kind of like right under me. So I spent pretty much all of October just kind of, you know, hiking up through these passes and stuff, and I never did find the PCT because it's much higher up, but it's just so cool to be back here and see out there. The other really cool thing about this view is out past this closest mountain chain in the distance is actually Death Valley. So Death Valley's right up there, and then here in a little bit should be able to get a little bit of a sight of Mount Whitney. So you can see Mount Whitney and Death Valley from this spot, which makes it a pretty cool place to get some pretty awesome views. So if you can see down where those like little green circles are, that right there is Inyokern, and right next to those green circles is where Snuggles and I were living in the month of October. So pretty wild to see that. And then out there in the distance, you see those big mountains, the closest ones. On the other side of that is Death Valley. Pretty wild. All that's Inyokern. And then out there in the distance is Ridgecrest, where we went last night for pizza. Time for a break. Hack out a little something special. Salami bread. Have a little sandwich, something different. So this is where I was gonna stop for the night and camp. But this is at the very top of a ridge, and it's already pretty windy. Coming here, I almost got kind of blown over a couple times because of the gusts. I don't think I'm gonna camp here. So it looks like the next spot is in about 4.8 miles. Just gonna make my day 29 point something, which didn't really want to do, but the good thing is there is water at that campsite. Yeah, I just don't want to sleep in the wind again. I feel like I'm getting blown over every night, so I'm gonna keep cruising. All right, well, 30 miles later, from one BLM campground to another, I'm here. Really didn't want to do this big of a day today. I was wanting to only do like 25, but sometimes that just happens out here. Got up to that campsite, it looked crappy, super windy, cold. Just don't like sleeping and stuff like that. So, point 2 to the campground, get some sleep, get up in the morning, get to Kennedy. So, Darwin, what are you having for dinner tonight? Well, friend, I'm having cold soaked couscous. I know, shocker. However, tonight is a special night because I found some soy sauce packets in the hiker box back at Walker Pass, and I have 2 tunas. And here's the crazy thing. They're both the exact same tuna. However, this one has 150 calories. This one has 160 calories. 10 extra calories. So, I'd say it's a pretty good dinner myself. Can really taste that 10 calories. It's pretty chilly this morning. Just packed up camp and I'm leaving this little BLM campground that I stayed at last night. I have about a 22 mile hike today, but it's a special day because I will be getting to a very big landmark for PCT Thru-Hikers, and that is Kennedy Meadows. So Kennedy Meadows serves as a couple things. Number one, it's mile 700, which is technically the end of the desert. So Southern California goes bye-bye. And then it's also, as some people put it, the gateway to the Sierras. So in Kennedy Meadows, I'll be picking up my bear can, my ice axe, my micro spikes, and all of my other Sierra goodies that I'll be using for the higher elevation, harsher, colder trail that's coming up. So I'm super excited to get to Kennedy Meadows. I have officially made it to Kennedy Meadows, mile 700. So that is supposedly supposed to be the end of the desert and the gateway to the Sierras. It feels pretty amazing to be here. I kind of thought that I would, not that I would never get here. It just, 700 miles is a big stretch, so you kind of envision that it's going to take you quite some time, and even having like a week off and stuff, even though it was going to take more time. But yeah, baby, I'm here. 700 miles, Kennedy Meadows. Oh, and it just occurred to me that yesterday at some point, I hit the quarter of a way done with the trail mark. So at some point yesterday, I walked past the point where the trail is now a quarter of the way done. Feels pretty good. I mean, not as good as half is gonna feel, but I'll take a quarter. I'll take 700 miles. And I'll definitely take Kennedy Meadows. God, it's beautiful out here. Yesterday, I rolled here into Kennedy Meadows, and it's a pretty cool spot. We got to the general store, me and the other 2 guys I was hiking with yesterday towards the end of the day. We got to the general store, and it really wasn't exactly what everyone expects. There was no hikers there. It was, I don't know, a little bit disappointing, I gotta say. The general store it's an iconic place to go, but it's not the same, I think, as it used to be, different owners. So we got a hitch down the road to Grumpy Bears and pretty much spent the night camped here on the property. They let you camp here for free. They have showers, food, beer, a really awesome place. A lot of hikers hanging out, and just had an awesome night last night. Didn't really film anything last night. I was just trying to be in the moment, hang out with a bunch of other hikers, which was great. And today I'm just gonna kind of take a zero. I'm waiting for Snuggles. She's actually gonna come up here and bring me my bear can, my ice axe, and all of my Sierra gear. So I'm just going to be chilling out here at Grumpy Bears today. I'm going to go down to the Triple Crown Outfitter, which is Yogi's resupply shop and outfitter, her gear store. Check out all that she has and just kind of walk around and take it all in. So here at Grumpy Bears, you can pretty much camp all over the property. You see some tents up there, a couple tents down here, and a bunch of tents out in front. They are super amazing people that run this place, and fairly new to the whole hiking crowd, but just awesome people. Well, today was a pretty awesome zero day. Took a zero here in Kennedy Meadows. Snuggles did come and meet up with me and brought me my bear can and my ice axe and my crampons. So I am trading out really only one piece of gear, and that is my solar umbrella. And then, like I said, I did have to pick up a bear can, which I have the BV 450, my Camp Corsa ice axe, and then my micro spikes, not crampons. I'm taking micro spikes. The only other piece of gear that I wanted to take with me into the Sierras was a pair of waterproof socks. Unfortunately, they seem to be lost by the post office. Imagine that. So hopefully I'll be able to get them somewhere in either Bishop or Independence whenever I drop down from Kearsarge Pass. So hopefully I won't have to go too far into the snow before picking up the waterproof socks. I wanted some of those because from reports from other hikers already being up there, there's a lot of post holing, and I just don't want frostbite. So I'm definitely going to try to get those waterproof socks still. But again, yeah, today was really great. We just hung out and drank beer and ate food, hung out with a bunch of other hikers that I haven't seen in a while. So now that I have everything, tomorrow morning I'll be headed out and headed towards the big bad Sierras. Pretty exciting and a little bit nerve-wracking because you never know what to expect. You never know how the snow's going to be and how the ice is going to be. So it'll be interesting, but I think I'm prepared as I'm going to be.